weekly Dama news coming at you from Kendertainment. I'm your host, MJ. I'm going to be joined shortly by my co-host, Rylan from KenDrama. What we do is we come hang out here on the live stream on IG, and we go over what has happened within the past week of kendama. Always a lot of shit happening, so we are happy to cover some of those things as well as share some of our opinions. Maybe we have some background knowledge, or maybe not. Maybe it's all just hearsay or fluff or nothing that really matters. But you know what? It's a conversation that you can join with us, and we hope you enjoy it. So we're going to add Ryland KenDrama to our live stream. Everyone can join. What's up? What's up? Ken Casa. Yo, yo, yo. So yeah, we're going to be covering, again, stuff that has happened. There are mostly things that happened within Instagram. What up, Rylan? And then there was a few things that I caught on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. Let me switch out here. Okay, what's up? What's up?
What's up, dude? How's it going?
Good. How's the week been?
It's been good. Things have been good. Yeah.
Nice.
My favorite part is waking up early. Like, this gives me a reason to like get out of bed. Otherwise, I would just sit and watch movies all day with my kids. So,
dude, there you go. I mean, I dabbled in that yesterday, but you know what? Neither here nor there. Let's just jump right into it. A lot of stuff happening. I'm going to go and start with 5 days ago over on YouTube. A kind of kendama documentary came out from Micah. Forgot your last name, dude. Micah something. It's called The Way of Kendama / documentary. A documentary about kendama. It's about 15 minutes long. You should check it out. I found out about it because Nicholas Gallagher shared it on his story saying, you know, like, thanks, Micah, for having me on. He interviews a buddy. He's from SoCal. I think, what was it, SoCal? I just watched it and I already forgot. And
that's so crazy.
California.
I didn't even see this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it seems like it hasn't been going around so much, but it looks like there's a lot of people that have watched it already. There's like 1,800 views over on YouTube. So there you go. XLarch hitting it up in the comments who it is. And it's 15 minutes.
I was going to say it's beefy 15 minutes.
Yeah, pretty good. He also interviews not only Nick Gallagher, but also Ben Harold in the area, the Bay Area. That's what it was. And yeah, so a cool little thing to check out, hear what other people have to say about kendama. He does a little experiment at the very beginning, asking like just people, your average Janes and Joes on the street, particularly college kids, about kendama, like playing it, what was it like and stuff, and then going into what players feel about it, and not only local players, but also, you know, professional players and the things that have made them fall in love with this skill toy that we all enjoy so much, even more. So go check it out, everyone. Cool stuff. You know, I know doing something like that takes a lot of work. There's a lot of process to it from beginning to end to create something. 15 minutes, yeah. Beefarino right there. So good shits.
Even just like what we do here, which is like one big clip that we just put on to those platforms, is like, it takes time for you. It's not like just like it goes up, you know? So like, you know,
there's a lot of thinking.
Different shots and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, 15 minutes is like, that's good. Which is good because I always talk about wanting long form kendama content. So,
and it's different from your average just you know, hanging out with the Dama homies, like shredding and stuff. Yeah. Dama Squid asked, what video you guys talking about from YouTube? It is search The Way of Kendama.
It was the first thing that came up. So,
the documentary
from Micah Chin.
Yes.
And yeah,
just came out 5 days ago. Hey, here on the news, what's happening right now? So that's one thing I saw. Another big one. Let's hit this massive story. Kendama World Cup 2022 is happening in Hatsukaichi, Japan, birthplace of kendama. But everyone, but there's important information that you need to be careful of traveling to Japan for Kendama World Cup. So, as it reads, players who wish to come to Kendama World Cup have to prepare documents needed to go. It will be an invitation letter, an itinerary during your stay in Japan. You need all these things to apply for a visa to participate in a sports competition. Okay? Gloken's going to help out figure all that out and help all of the players who want to travel from overseas to be a part of Kendama World Cup, which is super awesome of them, everyone. Like, this is, I'm sure there's not going to be a massive gang of people wanting or kind of open to go. I mean, that's just like my guess, but especially after kind of reading into this, now this is only Gloken, but where was it? You can only prepare an invitation letter for players. No. Wait. Hold on. There was one big thing. Okay, please be aware that there is no commercial/business activities are permitted on this visa that you're about to do. So, example, people who are like Chado, who always, comes to Japan, has a long, great time. Seoul can't come and have a booth to sell stuff. You're going to be going only as a player. So no kendamas will be able to be, no, I guess new things, because, I mean, Gloken already gets everything. Like, when it drops in the States, it drops also usually on the Gloken site. So they'll be having plenty of kendamas. But one big thing that caught my eye was not from this post, actually. It was, if anyone did more information, it does mention in this post to like check out, there's a link for the Japanese border measures and restrictions, figuring out all that travel stuff. And what I've read in Japan, so the Prime Minister has stated that within the next month, they're opening their borders, because it's been pretty much closed, guys. It's like fucking 19. It's like 1848 now in Japan, where borders are closed off to the world. And whoever's in is in, you're stuck. But if you are out there and you want to try to get in, it's going to be a difficult process. So it was totally closed. Prime Minister is just saying now, okay, we're going to open up to travelers. Foreign travelers going to be able to come to Japan from next month. But I read this one article that was explaining that you have to prepare a full-on itinerary of what you're going to do, and almost like you have to be a part of like groups, like tour groups that this government or this travel agent or department within the government decides. Yeah. And you have to go to those places. I think I even remember, I should have done a little more research. So, this is kind of half-assed news. But anyways, I believe it was also mentioning that even if it's like, okay, our schedule for the day has finished, go back to your hotels, I believe you cannot leave your hotel room. So you're not allowed to do like anything. Yeah. You have to stay on the path that has been created for you. So I believe that this might stay true here as well, because usually when you're coming to Japan, depending on the countries, in the US, if you're a US citizen, you go to Japan and you get a visa automatically right when you walk through immigrations. You get a stamp that says you get 90 days tourist visa. It's cool. You can come in really easy. You don't need to do any kind of work beforehand at the embassy, like in your country or anything, at least again, for the North Americans. And here, you're not on a traveler's visa. You're on a visa that is for a sports competition. So this might be like a huge game changer if you're going to come to Japan for the Kendama World Cup, because you can only experience the World Cup. Now that is, okay, still a cool thing to do, still a cool thing to be a part of. But as I said in past talks that we've had, that, it's usually, people talk about Kendama World Cup like the hostel that everyone goes to, all the foreign players and a lot of players go to and just hang out and party. It's like massive, go listen to Dama Nerd's outro of episode 16 or 17. It gets nuts. Yeah. And that is mostly because of the Western players who come and bring the nuts, going back to that first Batman, the original Batman, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts, for all the old heads out there. So it's going to be a calm Kendama World Cup. If you come, you can only experience the World Cup. You can't go to Tokyo. You can't go to maybe you can't even check out the Hiroshima Atomic Bomb Museum, which everyone should go do if you're going to travel this far. Yeah. So if that was me, guys, I would not go. I'd be like, let's wait another year. I've been waiting 2 years already. I'm gonna wait another year.
So, and the crazy
Thoughts?
thing, they say that you have a week before the event and a week after that you can stay, that your visa will include, or, you know, whatever, right?
Yes.
But if you can only be in Hatsukaichi because you're only there for the sports event, that's it. It's not worth it, right? Like, it's just...
What else are you going to do?
Yeah. I mean, and I'm sure there is some things to do around, but like, are you allowed to do those things? Or do you have to stay at the hotel and then the event center and then...
Yeah. It's a pretty tough one. Pretty tough one, everyone. Let us know what you're thinking in the comments of this live right now. But so that's like probably like the biggest news that hit me when I saw it. I was like, wow, that's huge. That's huge. Because I think it seems like for the US, anyone could go. Like, you got 3 vax, you got whatever, you know, PCR tests before you hit the airport and stuff. There's a few things, few hoops you got to jump through, but it's not like Japan yet. Or it's just not like Japan. Not like it's going to be like it. But yeah. That's it. That's it. You going to the Kendama World Cup? I'm not even probably to go. It's like kind of like my backyard. Not really. But yeah. So that was one big one of an event that's happening.
That's huge.
The event, Kendama World Cup, everyone.
Yeah, because I saw that, but I didn't even like really read it because I was like, I'm not going to KWC. I'll just save it. It's a post and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But that's huge when you like really look into it like you did. That's huge. I do want to say, because we went first for YouTube, there are a few things that I want to touch on that were posted on YouTube.
Hey, let's hear it.
Kendama USA, again, they post these games of Ken and stuff, but they don't talk about it anywhere else. Yeah. So go follow Kendama USA on YouTube. But they posted a game of Kendama actually, between Ben Bryan and Jay Lawrence. Sorry, I was thinking of that time that Ben Bryan was like yonkers, and I just cracks me up.
The young guns. Over at Kusa.
The crazy thing though is, and I mean no disrespect to anybody else on the Kusa team anywhere, that was the most insane game of Ken or Kendama ever, just because like, and these guys are hitting like trip tap, insta lighthouse, trip Ken flip juggle, triple tap, like huge lines, hitting them, and then you know they're going back and forth, and it's crazy because again, no disrespect because I'm a huge Haley Bischoff fan, but Haley's definitely like the old style of player. And Kusa does not have a huge pro team rounded out. Of course, they've got Zach Magnuson now, and he's a great player. He really is. But the whole reason that I bring... we do have...
You know, focusing on school possibly, but, you know, he's been a little MIA. But he's up there in the new player. Age kind of... Yeah.
The whole reason that I bring this up, though, is because their pro team is slim. They've just got Haley, Tosta, Magnuson, and then Nobu, right? So, and I mean, when you look at Sweets is making damas for skateboarders that they have just brought in. Anyway,
riders, scooter. I forgot it already. We talked about it last week. Scooter riders. What they call
scooter riders. Yeah. Because what did I say? Kickers, and then somebody was like, "It's not that." I wonder if Ben Bryan or Jay Lawrence or Lisa, some of these new age, like new really good players. I wonder if they're going to move some of those people up to pro sometime soon.
No way. Not before Kenyatta Williams. Excuse me.
You know what? I take it back. You are correct, because Kenyatta is still seshing every day.
Yes.
And he needs that.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, these kids that are on the tribe team are so good. And the tribe team isn't even really talked about. Like, it's just, you're on the Kusa tribe team, but it's so like, it's just there. And it bums me out. So,
definitely. It's a really different world when it comes to the inner workings of all of the companies, who's doing what and stuff. And it seems like from what we can see, even from the outside looking in, is that KUSA is having that maybe they don't have someone who is full time just for being PR, their public relations, to show off their not only their products when they release, to hype it up before it releases, to talk about their team members, to share them, as well as just maybe their team members who aren't as active as they used to be. I mean, that is like the one thing that has been a kind of like goes hand in hand with Kendama USA, these hugely massive, popular from players to like professional players to just average Joe players being fans of big, massive players on the KUSA team just disappearing, you know? Yeah. I mean, it happens with everyone. There's plenty of people. I remember like what happened to that little shredder from Grain Theory. Forgot what his name was. Someone with an E. I forgot. That was back in the day. He was a part of like Children of the Ken. Yeah. What about like the Flow team on the Sweets? The Focus team, when the Focus Kens, I think Focus 3 Kens came out or something. Massive. They brought on like, it felt like 12 people or something to be on this Focus team. And I think they're all just disbanded. Who, like, I don't know. And there was no like news of saying like, we're cutting them off. We're not cutting them off, you know, like we're taking them off the team, which I guess they don't have to say that, but even like maybe the players didn't really mention it, or maybe I just missed it. I don't know. But in any case.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot that can happen. So yeah, I of course, we all wish KUSA the best of luck. And yeah, just being like, because they're doing plenty of stuff. They're making plenty of damas. I mean, going on to a next article could be like talking about their new Toucan Sam. I mean, everyone loves Fruit Loops. Is it Fruit Loops?
Yeah. And they have an edit out for that, which was going to be my next YouTube thing, which is like,
okay.
I saw the post. Oh, a new Toucan V2. Cool. And then I just happened to be on YouTube. Oh, and there's an edit for it from the Boulder Jam. So like, okay. Again, KUSA, I'll say it. If you need a guy, I'll be your guy. Anyway.
Yeah. So that's good. So that's other stuff that's coming out. Hey, just, you know, like, I don't know what the expression is. I was going to say not to toot my own horn. I'll just like plug my own. Kendertainment. I went last week to Tokyo Kendama Day, an event that happens in Tokyo. It was the day after Kendama Day, the 14th, and it was the first big event that happened in person in Japan since shit hit the fan with the whole world and this thing that we're going through. But I filmed a lot, planning to release a like little vlog explanation about like in-person events and stuff, focusing around that. We did a lot of like filming and stuff, but I also was able to catch a lot of the performances that happened. So I put up 4 performances, just front to back the performance, so everyone could just watch those, because even when I put them in edit later on, I'm sure they're going to be clipped out a lot, but it was good stuff. So, you know, I got a good spot like right in front of the stage. You got a Zuma Donkey full performance. You have the 0-1 heads, which is Yua, Easy, and Yasu, all from Crom players. New dance combi troupe, I guess you could say, team. Yeah. You know, that has a performance video there, as well as, hey, Ken Hall, which is a brand in Japan that makes a lot of kendama accessories. They have a really sick young team who destroys, and they have a kind of freestyle catch and flow-esque competition that they do during these events. It's usually 2-on-2 of their players, and it's the 2 teams 2-on-2 go head to head, but it's a really quick pace, almost like b-boy style, like breakdance freestyling, where like you're jumping in and out. Sometimes like one side can have like 2 of the dancers like come do a little something, and then one of them steps back out and it's just back on the main person. That is really, it was really awesome to watch because of how quick it goes. It's not, I think that's one thing they also emphasize when they're explaining the whole 2-on-2 battle. Catch and flow is awesome, but there's always like pause, stop, reset. And you don't want to do that when you're like, when you're throwing back like keg stands or some shit. You're like beer bonging, and then someone comes and just like grabs the hole and squeezes it, so you only drink half the beer, and then wait, ready for it? Okay, here comes the rest of the beer.
Yeah.
It just goes back to back, the two teams, and then it stops. There's round one, so that's up there. So go check that out. Awesome. And then the last one is just a little expo, little demo of all of the guest players that were there. My favorite being Kendama Fufu. They drove up to Tokyo because they've moved away from Tokyo. They drove up to Tokyo, and their part is the best. Made me smile so much. Go check it out.
Yeah, I love those. I haven't watched them yet because I was asleep when you posted them. No, I wasn't.
Short. They're pretty short too, so check them out.
You post. I guess I would have been able to see them yesterday too, right? I don't know.
It's all right.
I haven't seen them yet, but I know that they're there. They're on the list. Ooh, here's a kind of cool thing. We've talked about serial kendama kind of being smaller, and they only really have one pro player, which is Ben Pycroft.
Yeah,
and he's a great guy. But yeah, they just got the one like pro player. Oh, where did it go?
They got a new one.
I'll just show you an Instagram post. Emil. Emil
from the Philippines.
Yes,
dude, you will see everywhere. You don't even have to know who he is. He is everywhere. Yes. Dude, like, that's how I know of this man.
Yeah,
not because he's like a new player, because I checked out like Downspike forum, I've checked out like Facebook kendama community, I've checked out like the kendama, what is it called, Discord and stuff. Like, yeah, dude is everywhere, like super active, answering questions, asking questions. Very, very big part. Dude loves kendama. Yeah, and it's cool to see brands pick him up and like show some love back.
If you go and do anything that is like remotely kendama related, if you go on Facebook or Instagram, there is a 99% chance that you will see this guy and he will comment on your post or he will send you a message, because one, he's very knowledgeable. He's like,
if you Google kendama, this should be the first image that pops up.
First post. I mean, he's genuinely everywhere. He's on all of it. If you even maybe just made an Instagram post like, where's Emo? Like, this dude would be like, like, because he sees it all. His pro announcement, kind of short, little bummer for, why isn't...
it gets you at the beginning. You get Rick Rollins right at the beginning. Very interesting take. But another thing is I wanted to say is that he has been a part of not only like being a part of the community and like talking in forums and stuff. He's doing all the comps too, all the video comps. He's there. Yeah. He's making edits for the comps. So really rad to see. If you like music and you like gold Tamas, go check out his pro mod.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. I like it a lot. And something that Serial has been focusing on is, I've said this before, but they focus on their shape less than designs. They don't really care to do any of like the sweet style hydro dip where it's like a really intricate design.
So I think intricate designs. Wait till we talk about the chrome piece. But
yes, next. But it's a great kendama for how simplistic Serial likes to keep their tamas. You know, it's got that super reflective gold with those music notes wrapping around, which would make great tracking. So yeah, go support him. I think that's important.
Yeah.
Did Chrome drop something this week, and should we talk about it?
Yes. I mean, I don't think it's out yet, but they did a collab with a fingerboard. Are they called fingerboards still? Right? Fingerboard brand that also is connected with Funeral French, which I believe is is that the artist? Yes, the artist is Funeral French.
Funeral French artist. Yes.
and he made 3 different. So this is adds to their artist series kendamas. That has been a thing I've seen other companies do as well, and it's really cool. And Crom, it's really awesome to see that they're taking a different approach to it. It is one that I think everyone knows, hands down, everyone knows about Sweets and Luzumaki having this like close connection and doing a lot of like art series. But outside of it, like, I don't know if you could call it really an art, like you can, but would you call it an art series if it's only one artist doing all the kendamas?
Right.
In different designs and whatnot, of course. But here, before we had the Jody Barton, right?
I believe
everyone
so, yeah.
loves. Those flowers were beautiful. Everyone picked up one of those, did different versions, and then had a second batch come out, another Jody Barton, with the most recent one. I forgot what was it called, like Ziggy and Marley? What was it?
Ziggy
Zozo and Hozo? Bozo?
Something with an M though, right? Ziggy and Madi or
Madi, Takuya Madi.
Yeah.
Any case, this is the new one, Funeral French. Really cool to see. Very, very graphic, detailed stuff. As an illustrator as well, it's really cool to see such designs on a kendama, and the way that they put it together. I have to applaud them so much, because I've thought of plenty of like, could I draw something on a kendama? And I've seen other artists do it. And especially with the detail of the work that they have here from Funeral French, they do it so well where it still has, thank you, Spiffy, Zoggy Moggy. They still have such a...
Too, yeah.
I still love Ziggy and Marley. I was close with the Z and Z M's. Any case.
Yeah.
To have it, they still have tracking in their minds when they were putting these together. I mean, look at this thing. Like, okay, like clearly these like little mealworms going with the bat wings is the center line. The mushrooms on the bottom is the 30 tracking on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. It's there. So very awesome to see.
And you can see
pulling off new stuff.
You can say the same thing about that other design. It's got the heads around it with the grid. Normally, if I saw a grid on a Tama, I'd be like, kind of a cop out. I would just not be super interested in it, because I think there's better ways to do.
Not go online.
Not go online. Let me grab it. No, but it really goes well with the aesthetic. It goes well with the drawing. So it's very fitting. It doesn't look like a cop out. It just looks like that's how it should be.
And it is 2 of 3. There's 3 designs coming out, and there is a connection with, again, the Fingerboard brand. I think they're doing, what the hell am I doing on this friggin' thing? Device went weird. They are doing a what is it called?
Giveaway.
Thank you very much. I was about to say competition. I'm like, that's not the friggin' word. Giveaway. So you can pick up a fingerboard and their kendama. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. More collabs. Doing it. Working it. See, this is the kind of stuff where I think it really sets apart the big dogs in the world of kendama brands to the others. Not saying they're better or anything, but this is something that, hey, maybe the smaller brands could do more activity like this, which would cause more awareness about their brand.
Yeah. All right. We're going to talk about that other Chrome kendama now.
I missed the other one. That's all I'm going to have.
You definitely had to have seen it, because it's this beefy motherfucker.
Oh, yes. It's a CK, which is really thin.
Yes. And solid red. Like, just so red. The question I have, MJ, because you've been around longer than I have, when they paint the Kens, does the paint come off onto your hands? Do your hands turn red?
No.
Okay.
At least all the stains that I've ever played, or the ones that I've done myself, that doesn't come off unless you start playing it right away. Maybe unless it is super soaked. Not super soakers, but it is super soaked. Maybe it will come off in your hands, but no, not at all. The only thing I don't like about it was like just the color scheme. It's just like McDonald's.
Yeah. It's too primary color. The colors are too primary. They're not unique enough. I will say, go
that
ahead.
that said, though, it is like, what was it? Is some design? It's like working with like what kind of brand was it? I forgot. Yeah, I totally forgot to save that one.
It says New Red Order, and they have like a Canadian maple leaf in the packaging. And it just says like New Red Order. But then normally if they're working with somebody, they tag them, and then you can like see more into it, and there's nothing. I don't see anything. So
okay, interesting.
But the weird thing about this freaking kendama is it's got this hole drilled right through the ken.
Yo, I saw someone make a really great comment on that and said like incense holder ? You know what?
That'd be
That's
sick.
not bad. That
would be cool.
It gives me just the idea of like string that bad boy up with another Dama. Get something wacky going on. Definitely you could. There you go, Dama Squid. Thanks. I think it's an art collab. I believe it was some sort of like there's an art exposition that's happening for some reason, and maybe they like reached out and they're like, hey, you need to make something. And they're like, all right, let's make this thing, which I like how they almost brought back, I think, one of the first like hype like stories that they did about it, where they didn't show the whole thing fully, but they showed the bevel, and they showed that it was like that the
ridges
that they did with the ridges. I forget if they had a name for it, but a collab they did with that like French design team or something. And I was like, yeah, it came back, because I kind of wanted to pick one up, but then I saw the whole colorway and I was like, not a fan. But also here, it looks like it is sticky painted. It's lol clear painted, where the other one was rubber. Different there. But the biggest difference is that it's painted. And it's a CK. I'm not sure if everyone has played all the different types of chromes that are out there, because there is a lot. Yes. I believe the CKs were like the really, really thin ones.
Yeah.
So check out their website. They have a cool like breakdown of each of their cans. If you go click on each product, it says at the bottom what it is, and even has one of those like geometrical like pentagon graphs where you can see what it's good for, like durability and balance and shit. So go check that out.
Another thing that was released was Okendamas did another drop of their Dura Clear Tamas. I don't know why, but I don't really see people talking about these a lot. But this is like a whole new clear from Okendama that just came out a few months ago, just under the radar. And then they have the glazed Rev Clear as well. So they have like the regular Rev Clear, which is like cushion almost in the way that it feels like it's rubbery. And then they have like sticky Rev Clear. And then they've also got this Dura Clear, which is like sort of somewhere in between. I heard people don't really like it that much because they wanted it to be stickier. But what you're getting out of this is durability. It's not super... Hence
the name, Dura Clear.
It's not super grippy like Cushion Clear would be, but it is very durable. I've heard, like, throw it on the ground, totally fine.
I mean, that's a cool thing, because I've seen plenty of people kind of, cry about their sweets kendamas being specific of their paints, stuff chipping off here and there pretty easily. Not only like the paint, like what's going to be the tack that you're looking for, but just like the design of it. And for me personally, that's like, I cry always every time I drop my kendama, especially if it's in like such a shitty way. I'm not even trying to crazy trick, because I'm like, when I pick it up, I'm like dreading that the paint is going to be totally chipped and stuff. So for me, I mean, I'm not, I guess, one that destroys all damas. I like to kind of keep them nice, because I look at it not only as a skill toy that I can play with and enjoy, but also like a piece of art. There's a lot that goes into the design work and everything, as well as, I only bought one. If I buy two, which I'm not going to do, everyone, if I buy two of each of everything, then I'd be like, okay, this is going to be my sender. I'm just going to not care, because I got one that I'm going to be like, okay, only over the carpets kind of shit,
Yeah.
But I don't. So I treat everything like a little bit over the carpet until it gets like kind of outdated. And then I drop it like maybe like 5 or more times. And I'm like, fuck it.
Let me move on to something else that isn't specifically brand related. And then I think there's more brand stuff.
Okay.
if you're a part of FKC or if you follow DB Schultz 87 on Instagram, you'll know that he's putting together a sort of Father Day edit, I guess, if you will. There it is right there. I have the other post saved. So he's putting together this like Father's Day edit. So if you're a dad, you make a video because you're a dad, and then we all get in this Father's Day edit. But the kicker, the thing that really intrigues me, because I hate filming and I hate doing stuff. I hate getting out of bed. What the thing that's getting me,
so lazy. Yes.
Yeah, the thing that's getting me there is every participant gets a $10 e-gift card to Kendama Depot.
Oh, wow.
That's $10 off anything you want.
Wow.
So
that's pretty big. Hey, happy Father's Day, right? That's the whole thing. It's to lead up to Father's Day.
Yeah.
Father's Day edit.
It's got to be in by June 10th. So if you're considering it, you've still got time.
Keep the line under 20 seconds.
Under 20 seconds. So that's like one trick. Just do one real solid trick and you get a $10 gift card.
Landscape, everyone. This is a big thing. Landscape. That doesn't mean vertical recording. That means horizontally. Lay it down. Landscape. Something everyone should be doing. In any case, well, actually, no. If you're doing just TikTok or like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But if you're filming far enough away in landscape, and you've got an iPhone, they all do 4K now. You just crop that thing. It's gonna get it's gonna get compressed and lose all kinds of data on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
Always film in landscape because you can always cut out the sides, but it is such a pain in the ass when I'm like, hey guys, send me some clips for a YouTube video. And then they're like, is portrait all right? And I'm like, no, it's not all right.
Actually, I'm not going to ask you next.
Never again.
So Gucci Moon Boots, a good he says, I might have a kid just for the discount. Is there any way, is this person, is Schultz checking? Is there any background check, child check to see if dads are actually dads? That they're not just coming in for the discount. I'm a dad. I have like 2 dogs.
I have 2 kids. I'll maybe just I'll Photoshop one of my kids into your picture, and then you're good. Like, because I'll take one kid, you take the other. We both get $10 for a 20-second clip. All right, MJ, what's next?
Okay. Yeah, the next one I have is. Hey, you're talking about new types of paint and stuff. Quad Clear from Quad Kendamas came out for Slayers.
Yep.
So introducing their own in-house paint. After many trials, we've received much appreciated feedback. We feel that this paint is finally ready to be set by everyone out there. It is a clear matte paint with a great balance to slip to grip ratio, which everyone's looking for. So that's what it is. So interesting. Only 9 days until they drop, and that was 3 days ago. So it's coming out. So be on the lookout. Quad, they really came out. They focused on their Ken game at the beginning. That's what people knew them for. And now here you go. In the background, they were working on a clear and now pushing it forward and is coming out. Strong moves from Quad Kendamas. And yeah, more things to come, I bet, from Quad. Everyone keep an eye on them.
You know what, MJ? And I'll tell you, I'm looking at this picture, the one that you just held up. That string looks kind of silky. I don't know.
Does it?
It doesn't look like that regular. It could just be like a reflective string. You don't think so?
Yeah, no. It's a normal. It's if you're trying to say like if silk strings are coming back, the ones that I have on all of my kendamas, 2014. Yeah, no. It's normal nylon, hard as hell. Shred your fingers.
Poor MJ.
Shreddy fingers.
Somebody please, for my friend MJ, bring back silk strings.
Dude, no, you don't have to. I can get it. Sulab's got them. People have them. Yeah. Nope. He's got spools and spools of them. No worries.
What's next? I can't. Okay.
Another one. Oh, you got it?
Yeah, let me do one more that is not super kendama related.
Okay.
Our good friend A-Netter, Wings Co., is having a Levi's 501 day sale which ends on Monday. And using the code DENIM will get you 25% off the salvage mod that he released. And then also, if you're interested in buying like the Wings Co. clothes that he makes, you can get those for the cheap as well. But this is Dama news. And so
I
there
don't
it
like
is.
denim.
Yeah, go buy a salvage mod.
But no, it's really awesome what he's doing. It's so rad, so rad. And he still slays ridiculously hard if you follow him. Hard. It's insane. Such a good selfie filmer. Okay. Talking about, old slayers who still slay. The Hag Lord, Sam Cannon.
Yeah.
Releasing 2 little clips like in the past week. Ridiculous clips. There is a new, naked mod of his Dama, I believe, coming out from Kendama Israel. Was that right? Last week we talked about that, I believe. Yeah. So, hey, seeing him come back, who knows? I'm sure, of course, all of these Kendama players that you've seen and loved from the past who have kind of fallen off the face of the earth, they still got their Kendamas. They still sesh that shit. But here you go. Shooting some clips, putting them out. And it's not like he had like someone help film him and stuff, just for these clips. They look really nice.
They do, yeah. And I've heard a few people say that Sam is going through and like following people back. So if you're a big Sam Cannon fan, he might follow you, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it does seem like he's getting more interested again back into Kendama because he did have like a lull.
Exactly. We all go through that. There's lulls here and there. Lolly times. Okay. I saw Ezra. Shout out East Coast homies in here just a little bit ago. Kendama Depot did a quick 9-minute where you can see as much of Ezra's skin if you'd like, because he's that kind of went weird. Hey, there was an event that happened. New York Am Open Finals went down, so you can watch the whole finals from this. I mean, that angle, maybe they didn't start the filming yet, but in any case, go check that out. It's a nice 8-minute clips to see what it's like. The finals, this is what everyone wants to see. So cool to see that happen,
Yeah. You know what? And the crazy thing about Ezra, so when I saw Kendama in the space that we know it now, my eyes were naked to what it was.
Almost as much as Ezra was in that clip. Yes. Continue.
Yes. There we go. I was trying to tie it in. Somebody was playing a no jumper kendama, and I was like, oh, cool. I've always liked kendama, but I didn't know that it was as big as it was. First thing I do is I go to the no jumper page and I see this clip of Ezra, and I have it saved to this day to when I can hit this weird stilt flip juggle the bird, because I can't juggle the bird, but I've got it saved because this was the clip that I was like, that's it. I am in love with this. And I went about a Target Sweets Prime.
Whoa. There you go. So you logged off of the No Jumper site and decided, I'm going to go to Target.
Yeah. Well, so listen. You look up
cool.
kendamas.
You're not so sure about it yet. You want to, you don't want to invest too much. Go check out the sweets at Target.
Whether you like No Jumper or not, they do make a more premium kendama, and they are starting at the $50 price point. And I was
I didn't know that.
I was like, the one at Target is $14.99. I will go get it right now. So
yeah,
that's how it goes.
Sweet. Talking about sweets kendamas, coming back with the marbles, a kind of staple paint colorway, I guess I should say, design that they had back in the days of not Yord, that's Kusa. Awesome to see that, and they're adding a lot more tracking, because in the past it was just full-on marbleization kind of design coat that you would have over your Dama, just like that one you got there, Rylan.
Yeah,
and I always thought it was and that again, it comes from back 2014 or even earlier when they made this design that was really special for sweets. So all of the Damas were solid colors. There was nothing much crazy with tracking. People really weren't focused on having this idea of how about we make the top color and the bottom color different? you know, it wasn't a thing yet. So, but having this marble, these lines in it, having the different types of color variations, I always thought was like, it's kind of difficult to see. I'd rather have like a solid color where nothing is really moving or changing. I never owned one personally, but even still, when I look at them, I'm like, doesn't seem like my cup of tea. But here they're coming back and adding the idea, putting in, connecting with the new style of tracking for Dama. So that's really cool to see. And of course, it is in the new batch 2.
It's on the
boost.
They've sent out other stuff on different Christian Fraser mods. I don't know why they have because the one that I was literally just holding and I threw came on a Sapphire Decade mod, Ken. So
whoa, wait,
I don't know why they have so many, but
okay. So you look at this red guy, right? Doing some detective work right now, everyone. You look at the red guy. Do you see the top of it?
Zebra pattern.
It's that zebra pattern. Didn't they have a Dama that was like that? Did they take old? I'm not saying like it's bad or anything, but like, hey, you got leftover stuff is not selling. Let's see if we can fresh it up by throwing a little DIY magic kind of in ways to make a new style of Dama.
They did. Well, but I don't know because these are Sweets was very adamant that these are 62 millimeter Damas, so they go well on the amped.
Yes.
So they can't be 61 anything from Boost or earlier era.
Okay, they do look like now that you mention that, they do look like bobblehead-ish on these pictures.
Yeah, they're
Head's
chunky
huge
on the Boost. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that pattern is not a pattern that they would have painted in the Sweets shop.
Yeah, that's a pad print.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how long they had these in the works and why they did not order amped Kens with them.
Hey, they still got them, you know? It's still a good shape. Maybe they're saving for the next round.
62
problems with the China's factory, you know? 100.
Yeah. 60 millimeter, which had the zebra stripe from the Prime. That's right. Thank you.
Okay. There you go. Lots of stuff happening. Okay, you got one?
I do. Yeah, I can throw up literally anything right now. The Kendemic finally releasing, and again, I'm really excited. I just wish they had put this out earlier. The Kendemic finally putting out a video just about what's going on, what you're going to be doing.
Yes.
You know, it's still very like tight knit because they can't tell you the prompts because then you could get started, and you only have
Nashville. Yeah,
and it's only in Nashville. But the production value on this was very high. I don't know if Nashville Kendama people filmed it or somebody else, but the production value was very high quality looking. I do really urge everybody to go to this, especially if for some reason you cannot go to NACO, but you want to make a Dama trip, you want to go do something Dama related, go to this because this is the first of its kind in our scene.
Now, okay, so I don't know, when we first talked about this, I remember the dude, Grizz, I believe his name was, who was organizing the whole thing, was mentioning, like, you know, explaining, we're doing this thing, it's going to be cool, Kendemic. He's like, think King of the Road. And I was like, what the hell is King of the Road, you know?
Yeah.
For people who don't know what that is. So just within the past week, I've been going on a bit of a binge and going back, watching some, you know, old school skate videos and shit. And I was like, okay, Thrasher's King of the Road, saw it in the suggested, let me see what this is about. They're doing some extreme shit out there, right? So the thing about that is really intense because you're looking at a group of people who are known for getting in not fights, but, you know, arguments with others because they're in an angsty kind of position of security, people of buildings, homes, police officers coming and saying, get the shit out of here. you're destroying my property, and them being like, hey, no, I'm going to be here and I'm going to skate this spot and stuff. Not super like aggressive people, but people that are going to be out there and doing some wild things. And of course, not all skateboarders are like that, but there are teams that are chosen and they're like, okay, you're going to go. You're the crazy. This is the crazy batch. We got some rookies in here too. You're going to go out and you're going to take on this competition. Everyone, I believe, especially after the first one, knew what the jig was. The gig was how it's going to be ridiculous stuff. You got to make out with like old ladies. You got to get like weird ass tattoos and shit. You got to like pee in some sort of like weird thing while you're in a van. Like, of course, it was a lot longer. It was 2 weeks and stuff, but it's really intense shit that you had to do. And to think about if it is just a group of your friends gathering, they're like, do I want to volunteer myself to this maybe semi-torture, depending on how intense this can be? Because again, organizer mentioned, think King of the Road. I watched King of the Road shit. There's butt chugging.
Yeah.
You know?
So
I make out with like women that are over 40. Which maybe that's cool for people. Maybe, you know, but still, it's nothing like where it is a group. I think it would be super rad if it was focused directly at any company that has a team and is like, I want you. Yeah. Should have been. I kind of feel like now that I've been thinking about it more, because we talked about it at the beginning, it was a really awesome idea. Really hope it is successful so it can continue. But it's like, I almost feel like, look, it should have been like an invitational thing.
Like a pro invitational. Yes, I agree, because in King of the Road, it's not anybody can go. They're picking like real professional skateboarders, right? So like maybe that would bode better. No, regardless, I'm excited for it. I can't go. I just can't. Like, I just don't have the time. I guess I can't afford it. I could go, but I don't have the time. I don't want to take more time off work because I'm already taking off a week to go to NACO and I've got other stuff to do. I still think it's a good idea, but you're right. I wonder how far the pandemic will push the boundary between literally being like King of the Road or if it's just the concept, you know, you get a prompt, you do the prompt. If you can't do it, you don't get the point. If you do it, you get a point, what have you. So, I don't know.
It is an awesome idea to kind of like follow in the footsteps of skateboarding. You know, I feel like we all have the same kind of like in the same similar like headspace or sphere of games, skill game toy. So I believe it could work, but this definitely needs to be like you know, if it's going to be raunchy, like you need to go like, all right, Kusa's probably not going to want to be a part of it. Yeah, Sweet's probably not. You know, you're going to want to go grab the smaller ones. You're definitely going to be grabbing No Jumper. You're definitely going to be going, asking some of the Chromies and stuff.
Maybe Soul.
Possibly Soul.
But like even that.
Grain Theory. The more adult-ish focused brands. Because, I mean, that's one thing that it was the only thing that kind of like hit me about the pandemic. But in any case, everyone, if you're excited, if you're in Nashville, try it out. It's not expensive. You could still be a part of it if you rally up a group of friends. And I think that is another thing that's kind of like, we have to get all our schedules together. And another thing that's like, if it is for a company, if it is for like, hey, we're going to create this thing that's creating more like awareness around your brand, around your team or something, like let's be a part of it. You can film it. We'll film it, like put it out there. It could be something really massive, but we'll see.
There's no like minimum age. Sorry. It doesn't say you have to be 18, but then still, there's not a lot of information about it. So you do bring up a really good point. I'm nervous now. Not really, but oh yeah, I forgot. I saved the giveaway too. If you are interested, this is what the post looks like for that Chrome giveaway.
Hey, speaking about giveaways, yo, Kendama Mart. You know anything, one thing or two about Kendama Mart? Because they're having a grand opening giveaway. Wait a second, what the hell is Kendama Mart? Let me look it up right now. Okay, that's a Sulab Tama. Yeah, I get it. One post, 14 followers, 25 following. Kendama BST. Isn't that like a group, like a boy band? Kendama Mart is the #1 BST page for Kendama on Insta. It says #1. Is there even #2? Is there any competitors out there?
No.
What are you doing? If you are looking to move some damas, you are in the right place. So it seems, here we go. Does everyone know about this? Probably not. They only have 14 followers. So here you go. Kendama Weekly News. This is why we're here, everyone.
This is why.
They go through their stories. How to use Kendama Mart. There are 3 ways you can sell kendamas on this page, on this account. Interesting, right? 1, story repost. 2, feed posts. 3, waffles. Breakfast. Next one, story post. Okay, how can I sell through that? Story posts are the easiest, quickest way to sell or trade your damas. Simply take a good pic of the dama you want to sell or trade, label them with FS. What is that?
For sale.
For sure.
For sale.
And the asking price for totally. Okay, I gotcha. And then tag Kendama Mart and for a completely free repost. Free, it says. Kind of a little emphasis on that. Why? Let's hear the next one. #2 is feed post. Even better way to sell or trade your damas. It's as quick as for, what the fuck? Quick as to ask for a feed post. Feed post will be seen by more people. It is a great option to sell damas quickly. Feed posts take up more of our admin's valuable time and will cost $1.
I mean, that's still not absurd. Like if you're selling a Sulab and you're going to make $100 off it, that's...
#3, waffles. Let's get to breakfast, everyone. Waffles are ideal if you have really expensive damas or a bundle of damas you want to sell all at once. Waffles typically have 20 to 12, I cannot fucking read stupid waffle. 10 to 20 spots that are purchased individually. Kendama Mart admins will host a drawing of the waffle on Instagram live, and funds for the waffle will be sent directly to the waffle post purchaser. I hate this word already. Waffles take up the most time here on Kendama Mart and will cost $3. How do they know it will take the most time? I've never seen these things done before. We are always open to suggestions, so feel free to hit the DMs with any questions or concerns. Okay, so they're open for that. Make sure you ask for a reference before making any deals. References are always a good way to make sure that your seller is legit. Ask them if they have traded with anyone else before, and feel free to ask around the community to make sure that you aren't getting scammed. You don't need to ask the person selling, because no scammer is going to tell you, oh yes, I'm scamming. It's like when you're going through the immigration office at the airport and they're like, do you have any of these illegal items? You're like, no, I don't.
No.
Kendama Mart holds no responsibility for any deals made on this page. Have fun and happy trading. Thoughts?
I think that a better way to do it, if you were really going to be the best #1 buy, sell, trade page for Kendama, would be to be a middleman. If you are making a...
Seems like what it is.
Well, what I mean specifically is if you are making a trade or an exchange of money that you think would make you nervous, is you would end up paying more money, but what it would be is you send your kendama to Kendama Mart and they receive the kendama. The buyer sends the money to Kendama Mart, and then you switch.
Kendama
you know what I mean,
Mart
right?
Pays off. Gotcha.
So that way, if
you're used goods seller.
Yeah, if the kendama never gets shipped out, Kendama Mart can just send you your money back, no problem. If the kendama gets lost in the mail, I guess I don't know. I guess that's kind of shifty, but you know what I mean, right?
Could this be like a new kind of like shop for kendama? Imagine if instead of asking, imagine if this person would like just go out buy kendamas that they see that people want to sell or possibly trade, and just be like, I'm going to buy them from you straight up.
Oh,
all right. And then on their own, you know, so they buy it for whatever price, and then they mark it up later,
like a kendama resale sort of shop, like people do on eBay.
Straight, yeah.
I think the only way that would work is if Kendama Mart found people selling bulk kendama items and were able to purchase.
There. Yeah,
there are. But if you were able to buy all of the bulk items and scoop them up and maybe get a deal, like 10% off, right? Because then, you know, you can mark up the kendama that you're going to sell that 10%. So
yeah. And then they could be like the place to like search for that old Dama that you lost or your dog chewed up like years ago. And you're like, I remember that one. That was a good one. I wonder if anyone has it. And instead of just like going on like kendama Facebook community, be like, hey, does anyone have this? Or like, I believe on the Discord, there's like a looking for Dama page for like trades or something. So people can see what if someone's going for that. But here you'd be like, almost not walking into a store, but like, here's this place that you can go into. Maybe there's a search bar or something. You can type it in and be like, bam, there's the one I was looking for straight up. It is available right now. You don't have to look for anybody. The person who has it doesn't have to go out looking for you, someone who wants to buy it.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I think there are better ways to do it than just putting reposting. Reposting. But we'll see. This could take off and it might go really well. We are the news. We are not fortune tellers. What else you got, MJ?
Another one is, hey, let's go over to Rad Kendamas. Now, Rad Kendamas, I don't know if everyone remembers, they were, at the beginning, focused on making a lot of glow-in-the-dark kendamas.
Yes.
Now, this is one thing that I think caught a lot of people's eye at the beginning, which was, okay, fun. But who is going to be playing in the dark, really? This is like the worst possible place to play in the dark. Okay, but here it like glows up a lot. It's really cool. Okay, yeah. Maybe like for the people who are in like the EDM scene, you know, there's a lot of like, I was about to say red lights, blue lights. What are they called? Blue lights?
Black lights.
Black. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me take a sip. And it was a little bit of a, like, I don't know. It was a bit of a, what's the word? Not like a real deal kendama. It's like the catchy kendamas. It's like, oh, it's plastic.
Novelty.
It's a bit of a novelty. There we go. I thought. So I'm really happy to see them taking a different approach, putting a lot of effort into their graphics, their illustrations, going onto these tamas. There's been recent leopards, tigers as well, going out the panthers, leopards, tigers, but still with their hint of glow in the dark. They added it to the eyes. Very interesting touch. So cool to see that, because these designs are pretty ridiculous. If they are being done hand by hand, every single one of them, that is a shitload of work.
And I will say that if they are being done by hand, they totally are. Yeah, those are all hand painted. They're very, they look really good. They look really good. They do.
So I'm happy to see them doing that. It looks personally, I feel it's like not just the whole novelty thing. We're not just here just for glow in the dark damas. Here's these different styles, and they have a very interesting type of a base cup style ring slip.
I was just going to say that.
Check it out.
Look at that Ken. I want to try that. Yeah, but like
reminds me of the quads a bit now that I'm looking at it closer.
It does. We've all known about them, but glow in the dark, not really my thing. They did do these kendamas. It was like just those three, and I don't know if they raffled them or just first come, first serve. Yeah. But I remember seeing that and being like, okay, like not glow in the darks. Like maybe this is the one I pick up. No, because I was too late to the drop. But yeah, I mean, looks like there's a good handful of these, and I really want to try that ring stall, the chunky guy.
Yeah, it is chunks. All right. What else we got? We got, hey, traveling over to the West Coast, deal with it.
Yep.
releasing skate wheels. All right, blader wheels, aggressive inline wheels. So it is really cool. Again, we've mentioned it last time, like 2 weeks ago, how they released a set of wheels, and now they're releasing another set of wheels. Really, really honing in on what seems to be like, if you look around at the other brands, like only Sweets Kendamas is reaching out to other people within, again, the sphere of skill toy or game, aggressive game, if you will, and making it known that, like, hey, we are a part of your group, your society. We all know Matt Rice. If you follow him at all, he's a super hardcore blader from back in the day. As many of a lot of pros and players are still to this day. So it's really cool to see him not only, just like as a marketing perspective, like going in and getting like a new kind of, I guess, market, you could say, but back to his roots of being a blader and connecting that with his passion, with his company that he has with Deal With It. Awesome to see that happening, because I'm sure it's just like adds more like just passion for him to put into all of these projects for Deal With It. So cool to see.
Yeah. Most recent comment in the chat here, we got it from New Laced. Speaking of New Laced, 5 days ago, they've got these new Woodline V02. So not a V2, but a .02.
All right, change this a little bit.
Oh, well, I guess it is a V2, right? Because it's V and then the period is short for version 02. Never mind. More Woodlines, Ken only options. And these are pretty crazy. I like them a lot, and thank you for confirming that it is version 2. These are crazy. I think they look really cool. I still have yet to play a new laced kendama. I don't know how, because I'm constantly buying kendamas. I guess maybe just because I don't go in Kendama Depot all that much.
Well, hey, bring it back full circle. You're a dad. Dad Edit's coming. You get $10 off Kendama Depot. There you go.
I know.
Destiny.
I know. Yes, Jacob, I'm sorry. It is rude because I buy so much Sweets Kendamas. A lot of my Kendama spending money also goes to buying the cereal Kendamas that I sell on the Kendama website. I mean, it comes out of the business money, but like it's like, oh, well, I just bought 200 Kendamas. Do I really need another? I could just go grab one from the box. Ooh. Never mind. But I do like these a lot. No, you don't have to get me. I mean, you could. No, but I do like these a lot. They look really cool. They have piqued my interest, and that's all. I think that if you haven't played a new laced kendama, they have a lot of great, like, not necessarily hype, good reviews. Heard a lot of really good things from new laced kendamas. So, and these look sick. Go pick one up.
Yeah. And in a strange way, they feel like a little like exclusive, just for the fact that you can only get them at Kendama Depot.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing, but yeah.
Is that it?
The last two I have are accessories. Everyone gets kendamas and stuff and likes to support companies by buying actual kendamas. But hey, maybe you're like me and Rylan, where you have maybe a little too many kendamas. I think there's a lot of us that agree that, all the ones that I have on the wall, on display, on the shelf, possibly in crates or cardboard boxes under your desk, maybe you got too many kendamas. And then that's when like Kendama Mart can help out. Maybe, who knows? But hey, let's look at the other things that can bring you closer or more into the kendama world of being a kendama player, kendama enthusiast, kendama maniac. From Forest Fire Kendamas, he is releasing these cool Spectraply little like keychains you could get. He's got little wood carving, sleigh, shut up and slay kendama, different kendama types of burns on there that he does all himself. Pretty cool little guys to throw on there, because we all go crazy for wooden objects after we get into kendama. It's a little weird, but there's that, as well as jumping over to New York, Occult Kendamas is coming out with, hey, a little enamel pin that
was my last
featuring
one.
the ghost. Oh yeah, there you go. Box ghost. Interesting. Not sure what a box ghost is. Is there any explanation? I don't know. It's a
Got a box
ghost
on
with
his
a
head.
box on his head. Is that it? Is this as simple as that?
I will say, I think this has like been their like playing logo for a while, not like their official, but if you buy this, because Occult is great, right? But they do those hand turns, a little pricey. Buying this pin will get you. I'm stuck on my chair. Will get you $5 off. It says it somewhere in here. This pin will get you $5 off your next Occult order, which might sweeten the deal for you. Plus, you get a cool pin. I haven't played an Occult kendama either, and I think I'm going to buy the pin.
So yeah, and it does say more kendamas and merch coming soon in the next few weeks. So you buy this, you got the $5 ready to spend on the new stuff that's going to be dropping. Occult Kendamas, New York. Check it out. And that.
Wait, I have one more.
Oh, I think I like you. Go.
Okay. Soul Kendamas, along with Chad Covington, posted this really cool picture. What a sick ass lunar. Chad, loving that. It's a caption contest. Go get in.
Oh, yes.
You get a choice of a Dama from the Soul website, which is different than other caption contests where it's like you get bragging rights. If you win it, you get a kendama. Go.
Not that one. Picture.
I'm sure you could. Dama looks a little heavy. Shipping would be outrageous. Anyway, go do a caption contest and ZB Mags won Dama and the D defending the first place title.
Oh, there you go.
In this corner. Sorry. That's it. That's everything I have. That's officially it.
Yeah. There you go. Someone it just hit my brain right now, but I totally forgot to save it. Someone on Insta DM'd me and was like, yo, for next week's news, there was recently for, oh wait, no, I don't know what it was for. Flowgrove, Josh Flowgrove, Kendama Institute, Sweets Kendama Institute, went over to the East Coast of New York, hung out with a bunch of the Dama homies over there, and taught at a high school. Taught with a lot of guys, taught a lot of kids kendama and shit. And there was a few pictures that they were sharing on their stories about just, hey, it's over. We taught these many hundreds of kids. It was awesome. Like all the guys, all the teachers, like, hey, broing it up, slapping and shit. And they had kendamas around their neck. And the person was like, hey, look closely at these kendamas. They looked like a different color variant, and possibly V2 of the Flowgrove mod.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting to see.
Confirm or deny, but I did see those as well. And piques your interest a little bit.
Yeah. It was, I thought it was like, maybe is it the X Games Dama? Could have been the X Games one. I'm not sure. I forgot what that looks like right now, but it could have been that one, because I believe we were even commenting that X Games Dama did look like a Flowgrove mod. But there you have it, everyone. That's it for this week. We're here every Sunday morning talking about, what we've seen within the kendama community, what we all watch, what we all love, this skill toy, and we enjoy it. We share our insight, our thoughts about it, and we're really happy that other people are here joining us, also sharing their ideas about it within the comments and whatnot. It's awesome. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. If you're joining us right now, hey, in a few days, this is going to be going up in a full audio form podcast, weekly Dama news. Search that on like iTunes as well as Spotify, and you can find it. And then it will also be going up on the KENDERTAINMENT YouTube channel in full video format, so you can enjoy the hour or so that we've been talking. Rylan, good shit, good sesh. We'll see you next week.
Ooh, next week I will be live from the Seattle airport. This time, probably for sure. Ooh. Last time I was like, my flight got bumped and then I was on a plane. This time I don't think that's going to happen. See you hopefully at the Seattle airport.
There you have it, everyone. Moving around. Location. All right, that's it. Everyone, have a good one. Have a good Sunday. Enjoy it. Keep it clean. Peace out.